And you're walking outside on me now. Whose side are you on again? What room does he have you in? What time do you leave again?
Welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's the one and only Miss Janaya again, back with another YouTube video. Now, your girl, I already know what you're saying, and I already know what you're thinking. But as you can tell, I'm about to give y'all a life update. Pretty much just kind of fill y'all in on everything that's been going on since I haven't talked to y'all in a while, haven't seen y'all in a while. I know. But I'm about to clear all that up in this life update. Trust me, you're gonna feel me on this. So let's just get into the video. So first and foremost, your girl got a new job. Your girl got a new job. So let me just rewind a little bit, because I'm about to let y'all in my business just a little bit, because you know I want to be a little more transparent on my channel. I want to kind of open up so you know we can all have some type of relationship with each other. That way it's not so much like, I don't know, I want to get a little more deeper with y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all in my business a little bit. Okay, boom. So your girl was working at a TJ Maxx, right? Okay, cool. Was working there when I first moved out here to Houston. Everything was good. 6 months, like, in, mind you, let me rewind. So it was a brand new TJ Maxx, like grand opening. I experienced all of that, and it was cool. It was a good experience. It was like, okay, you know, it was a nice vibe. Just moved out here, like, whatever. It was cool. So 6 months after like grand opening, I got promoted to be like a supervisor over the women's department. So I really didn't want the position, I'm not gonna lie, because I was working in the jewelry department like when I first got hired. And I liked the jewelry department a lot. Like, I don't know, I just really liked it. I feel like it gave me like the chance to be me. Like, I like to talk, so I was able to like to talk to the customers and really like help them find the jewelry. Like, it was just, I liked it a lot. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to leave the jewelry department. Two, it was just because I had just started a medical assistant program. So it was a 6-month medical assistant program. So I'm like, I'm not, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking at the time. Like, I'm not about to like take this position or this promotion because because I'm about to leave in 6 months. Like, I felt like, give it to somebody, you know what I'm saying, that actually, you know, probably praying for this or really want it. Like, I just didn't want to be greedy or just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna take it to say I got the position, knowing I'm about to leave when there's somebody that probably actually needed more than me. So they asked me, I said no. I was like, nah, I'm about to be gone about 6 months. Y'all can have that, give it to somebody that actually needed it. That was my words. So I was like, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool where I'm at. Like, don't worry about it. And then they asked me again. I was like, bro, like, no, like, I just told you, give it to somebody that actually needed it, whatever. So then before they asked me a third time, I came home and I talked to my mama and my daddy about it. And I was talking to them. I'm like, hey, you know, they threw it out there. Should I take it? What y'all think? Whatever. And my mama was like, these was the words that really made me just, girl, take that position. You know, she was like, promotions are from God. And I was like, well, when you put it like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you know, I kind of got to take this position now, you know? But when she said that, it's like, it instantly, like, resonated with me. I was like, okay, like, bet, like, okay. So I started praying, you know, on my own. It's like, yeah, you know, she's saying that, but I still want to make sure this is something God want me to do, right? So I'm like, all right. I started praying and everything, and then I was just like, you know, all right, well, let's do it. You know, I felt like I should take it now. So they asked me a third time, and I was like, all right, let's do it. I took the position, everything like that. Now, mind you, like I said, I was starting a medical assistant program, 6 months. It was online, everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I took that position. So to backtrack to the medical assistant program, to give y'all a little insight on that. I know it's kind of like a lot at once, guys. Bear with me, but I'm trying to give it to you so that you can understand where I'm going with this. So that was the whole TJ Maxx thing, being promoted, you know what I'm saying? Boom, extra pay, like more pay, more responsibility, promotion. Cool. So before I even started the program, like, if y'all been watching my videos and watched like my probably first video, a couple videos, like after that first video, I had told y'all how I was going to school for, I think I told y'all I was going to school for like ultrasound tech, like diagnostic medical sonography, when I was living in my hometown. But then when I moved out here, I had like one more class to take before I could actually apply for the program, and I didn't do it. I was like, well, I'm in Houston now, like no telling what your girl about to get into, like this is, you know, more better opportunities, I don't know. So I just didn't go for it and everything. And mind you, I was always somebody that was like, I don't want to do nothing in the medical field. I'm never doing nothing in the medical field. I don't like blood. I don't like all that nasty stuff. I don't like that. So when I was about to graduate, you know what I'm saying, when I was a senior, I felt like so out of place. I felt so like unprepared because I did not know what I wanted to go to school for. Then I was talking to my mama and she brought up the medical field, and I'm like, told you I don't really like that. But she's like, there's other things you can do within the medical field. So, you know, I didn't really know all that. So that's why I did the whole ultrasound thing and went to school for that. So so your girl, you know, I did that, but I really didn't finish it. So then that's when I remember having a conversation with, like, she was actually a new associate, and she was talking about how she was like a surgical assistant and whatever. And, you know, I'm like, okay. And I was like it just really made me think about the whole ultrasound thing and all that. And she was like, oh, you know, we started talking about medical assistant. I was like, well, my aunt and my sister, you know, were medical assistants, whatever. So we was talking about that. So before I actually made a decision, I remember like every single morning that I was like driving to work, y'all, not even exaggerating, every single morning I would watch a sermon on my way to work, because my job was like 35-40 minutes away. So I literally would watch a sermon every single morning. So I remember watching a Sarah Jakes sermon, and it was called The Undoing. She was just talking, you know, talking her stuff like she do. And I remember her saying, starting over isn't starting from scratch. And I'm in the car driving, and when she said that, this is already like after I had a conversation with my associate. I don't know, instantly it just hit me. Like, it was like, if you start a medical assistant program or anything in the medical field, you wouldn't be completely starting from scratch, because you already started something in the medical field. So the basics, the fundamentals that you kind of already need to know, you already kind of know. It's not unfamiliar to you. Like, it's not foreign. Like, you kind of already know what it is. And I was like, okay. You know, like, it hit me. Like, so I was like, okay, cool. So I went ahead and Googled, like, hey, medical assistant programs, whatever, found one. Boom, did it. Literally the next day, the educational consultant called me. I was like, I'm at work, girl. Like, I'm at work. Like, can I call you on my lunch, whatever? So long story short, we got on the phone, and she was just telling me everything about it, how much it's gonna be, whatever. So before I, you know, decided to make a decision like that, I was like, well, let me talk to my people about it, because, you know, I really value my family, you know, like their opinion and stuff like that. So I'm like, let me talk to my mama, let me talk to my daddy, let me see what they think. And my mom was all excited, like, yes, do it, whatever. So I was praying and everything. So I called the educational consultant back, and I told her, I was like, hey, you know, basically, like, you know, hey, let's do it or whatever. And y'all, literally after like the whole call, and she told me what my start date was gonna be and everything, and I paid the deposit, instantly when I got the call, I started getting emotional. Like, I knew it was God. Like, I knew it was him. Like, I knew that he told me to do that. Like, I can't explain it. If you ever had like God tell you something and you knew it was God, comment down below and let me know your experience and like what happened or whatever. But I knew it was him. Like, how I felt afterwards, I got emotional. Like, it was like a peaceful feel. I don't know, I just knew it was God. So I went ahead and did the program. So mind you, let's put it all together. Boom, your girl is doing a medical assistant program, 6-month program, and she's promoted at TJ Maxx. Now she's the women's coordinator, whatever. So now, you know, I'm going to school online and I'm going to work. I just got promoted. Cool. Everything is working out. So mind you, that was in August when I started the program. 6 months from August would have been February. And that's when I thought, you know, I was going to be like done. I'm thinking like, hey, February come, your girl going to be done. Your girl is about to be working. She's about to be getting paid. What's good? It didn't work out like that. So February come. Basically, they tell you get 3 attempts to pass the NHA exam thing. So I'm like, all right, first freaking attempt, I failed it. You had to get like a 390 or above to pass. And I think I got like a 373 or something. So I failed it. So I'm like kind of getting a little discouraged, like, oh my gosh, whatever. So I took it a second time. And the second time, now mind you, at this point, I'm stressing. Because I'm ready to leave TJ Maxx. Because in my mind, I thought I was going to be gone February, March. Why am I still here? At this point, we going into freaking March. At this point, we into March because I failed the first one. So you can't just take it when you want. Like, you got to schedule to take it, because I had to do like a proctor, what is it called, proctor exam, like when they like watching you take the exam or whatever online. So I had to wait to be able to schedule it again. So at this point, we in March. At this point, I'm like, hey, I thought I was gonna be gone, but I'm still here at TJ Maxx, like, you know. So that's one thing right now to teach you, like, don't be, you know, saying stuff before stuff happen. Like, let it happen and then spill the beans, because I'm still at TJ Maxx and I thought I was gonna be gone, but I was still there. So boom, so I take the second exam. I make like a 380. What I made, like a 380 exact, like a 380 exact. I'm like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, okay. I got one more attempt. Like, bro, I gotta pass this, because in my mind, I don't have a backup plan. This was the plan. The plan was to pass this test, start working as a medical assistant, get paid, get an apartment. Like, I had everything laid out, and it was not working like that. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I scheduled for the third exam. The third exam, mind you, I had ended up finding this like Quizlet online. I don't know why I never even thought about looking at a freaking Quizlet thing, but I found one, baby. They had the answer. I mean, because I remember the exam, because I took it twice, so I remember like this is the same exact question. So I started studying that, so I knew once I take this test again, I'm going to pass it. I literally scheduled for the test. I go and take the test, and when I started taking the test, it was different. Like, it was different from like the last two times. Like, this time I was actually able to see one of the proctor people, like see a video like of them watching me. At first I couldn't see nobody. It was like through the chat, so that was already kind of weird and threw me off. But I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm trying to get into the exam. I launched the exam. It took me out. Now mind you, okay, I was supposed to start at 8:30 a.m. So you have like an hour, like they give you like a grace period or something like that. And if you started like at 9:30 or afterwards, it ain't gonna let you take it. So at this point, I'm having technical issues. So I started the exam probably like 9:20 something. It took me out of the freaking exam. Like, I don't know what happened. Tried to get back in. It didn't let me get back in, like as if like I made a 0. Y'all, I was crying. Like, no, like real tears. Like, I was crying. Like, I'm like, God, like I'm talking to God, like, bro, like, what's up? Like, I thought this is what you wanted me to do. Why isn't it, like, why it ain't falling in place? Like, what's really going up? What's really going on? What's really up? Like, I started getting really discouraged. I was crying. So then I ended up calling, because it's something, you know, they had this number or whatever, like if something like that happened, to call. And it was so weird, y'all. It was nobody but the enemy, boy. He did not want me to take that test, because he knew I was going to pass it. You see what I'm saying? So my mom was like, calm down, relax, call the number. I called the number. And I was like, hey, you know, something happened to my exam, whatever. Like, can I reschedule? And she was like, yeah, you can reschedule. When do you want to reschedule? Like, it didn't even show to them that I made a 0 or anything. It showed to them as if I didn't even take the freaking, like, I didn't even try to take the third attempt. So it's weird. It's how you know it's the enemy trying to, like, come through. But nah, it ain't working like that. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, long story short, your girl, she schedules the freaking third attempt. I passed it like a 402 or something. You had to make a 390 to pass, and I passed it, so I was lit. So I'm like, all right, now mind y'all, this is May. We're in May. I know it's like, whoa, what's going on? You're supposed to be gone. Like, TJ Maxx, what's going on? You still there? Like, that's how I was feeling. It's May. I'm like, all right, so your girl didn't pass now. I'm lit at this point. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm about to go. Like, it's looking like your girl about to be leaving you niggas soon. Now I get my freaking certificate. You know, they give it to you online. I print it out. I got it now. Like, I'm a certified medical assistant. Woohoo! I'm trying to find a job. I'm sitting here looking for a job. These niggas won't hire me, bro. Like, they would not hire me. And I get it, because I didn't have any hands-on experience. Like, everything was online. I know y'all probably like, did you have any clinicals? I asked my advisor and all of them. I'm like, hey, do I have like clinicals? And he told me, he said, well, no, it's not going to be any clinicals, because you can be a medical assistant for so many different things. For example, like if I was to do clinicals for like a OBG, like, you know what they would do, what those medical assistants would do, but get hired at a like ENT place, ear, nose, and throat, you know, it may be a little different. So it made sense to me. So I'm like, okay, I see what he's saying and everything. It makes sense, but I ain't got no hands-on experience, so these people don't even want to hire me, because, and I get that, because it's like, this is my company. You ain't, like, bro, I want to make my company, like, I want my company to succeed. You ain't got no hands-on experience. Yeah, we can teach you. Yeah, but I need somebody to know something. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really know nothing. So I wasn't really mad. So I was, you know, well, let me stop lying. I was very upset. Because I'm sitting here trying to, like, you know, apply for jobs. I'm calling people. I'm getting little interviews here and there. I'm like, okay. So the more and more interviews I started getting, that's when I started realizing, like, okay, I'm getting closer to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt that, like, I'm getting closer to something. Like, something is going on. So mind y'all, at this point, this is when, like, my YouTube start going crazy. You know, your girl start hitting 1,000 subscribers. Well, my subscribers growing. I don't think I hit 1,000 at that time. But, yeah, I think that was in October when I hit 1,000. I don't know. But, like, you know, my YouTube career is growing. You know, I love, you know, like, I love my YouTube, everything. Like, everything is going good. Everything is going good. So I'm like, okay, God, what you really doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, my plan that I had wasn't your plan. So what's your plan? You see what I'm saying? And that's what I had to realize, like, hey, yeah, you know, the plan is still on, but the route of the plan is just different. Ooh, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had the right intention. Like, hey, this is the plan. I see what he doing, but he wasn't doing it the same way that I pictured it. You see what I'm saying? He did it his own way, which is cool. So, all right, boom. So at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, your girl, like I said, my YouTube is doing this thing. I'm excited about it. I'm happy. Cool. Applying to jobs. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I don't even know if I want to do the whole medical assistant, give people shots, drop blood, all that extra stuff no more. I think I want to work from home job or something like that so that I can really focus on my YouTube, so that I can really, like, have time. Because when I was working at TJ Maxx, baby, these hours were too inconsistent for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, I can't say every Wednesday I'm going to do this because I don't know what I work every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just too inconsistent. It wasn't like a set schedule. Like, it was just too all over the place for what I was trying to do and what I was trying to incorporate in my life. Them mean ass 2 to 10s was killing me. I hated a mean ass 2 to 10 or 3 to 11. That really pisses me off. Like, honestly, like, that made me so mad because I don't like that. Like, that's my whole day. If you know, you know. Long story short, I start shooting for work from home jobs. And mind you, my mama work from home, so I'm like, I bet, let me try to, you know, get up on what she working at. And it just didn't work out that way because that's not what God had, you know, designed for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I should have been hired at the same job mama was working at, but that's not what God had designed for me, so it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Your girl applying to so many jobs. Yeah, at first I stopped applying because I really was discouraged. I was like, man, if this is what I'm gonna be, this is what I'm gonna be, man. Like, I kind of started losing hope a little bit. But then that's when it was just something in my spirit that just wouldn't even let me stop. Like, even when I wanted to stop, it was like, no, like, keep applying, keep going. So I'm like, all right, cool. So your girl went ahead, you know what I'm saying, applying for these work from home jobs. Long story short, I landed one. You feel me? I landed one. And I remember, like, them calling me. They called me pretty quick. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what you about? Whatever and everything. But when she wanted to do an interview, she was like, well, can we do an interview today at 1 o'clock? And I was working at TJ Maxx 9 to 5. I'm like, well, nah, you know, my lunch wasn't till 2. Like, you know, I just couldn't do it. And it made me mad because it's like, dang, like, I feel like I'm missing out on the opportunity because I'm here. And I really don't want to be here, but I'm here. But that's another thing. God ain't going to bless you with something more if you don't know how to take care of what you already got. That's what it is. It's something like that. It's a scripture. I can't really remember it verbatim, but that's basically what he's saying. Like, I'm watching what you're taking care of now to see if you ready for anything else. See if, you know, you ready for this blessing. So I had to change my perspective at TJ Maxx. I wasn't like moving around like, oh, I'm trying to send you niggas. Like, I changed it. Like, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. So yeah, the lady, she was like, interview at 1. I was like, you know, couldn't do it or whatever. So I was really upset about that. I'm like, dang, like, this could have been it. So I remember, like, the company, I was emailing like one of their like educational consultants or like recruiters or whatever, and I was emailing her like, hey, you know, trying to figure something out and everything. And I had ended up applying for like a call, what it was, a representative like position or whatever. And basically she was like, hey, well, they have we have a interview Monday, can you do it? I work 9 to 5 Monday. So I was like these people gonna think I'm BSing. Like, bro, I'm really trying to get on, but you know what I'm saying, my situation. So I was like, well, I can't do Monday because I work. Is there anything Wednesday? Because I knew Wednesday I was off. And she's like, actually there is. And she's like, and I had been something in my resume, and on my resume it shows that I have, you know, a medical assistant certificate or whatever. And she was like, well, actually, looking at your resume, I feel like this position would be a good position for you. And it was like healthcare insurance, something like that. And I was just like, when she said that, I had to stop it all. I start talking to God. I'm like, man, what you doing here? Like, it's crazy. Like, God, bro, he's so strategic with it. Like, he know what he doing, and you gotta trust him, because dog, it may not look like it's about to be this, but and you gotta trust him. Like, it's so crazy how the whole medical assistant thing, like, I wouldn't even want, and that's another thing, y'all. When I was applying to jobs, I low-key stopped applying for medical assistant because I felt like nobody was gonna hire me in the medical field because I really don't have no experience. But the fact that I was presented that position to work for this company with that position, knowing I already have a medical assistant certificate, so showing I got like some type of medical background or whatever, you know, like I kind of know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just crazy, like, how God worked. And long story short, I did the interview or whatever. I got the job Monday through Friday, weekends off, way more paid than TJ Maxx, and your girl doing it, you know. And I feel so blessed, y'all. I feel so blessed. And it's like, it's like, wow, like God really, he really can't, like, he kept his promise. And that's how I know when he told me to go out and do that program, and I knew that was him. Like, that was him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was him. Like, despite of all of the obstacles I had to go through to get here, like, he told me something, and he is not a man that he shall lie, and he kept his word, and that's lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's lit. That's so lit. And, you know, I find it funny how another thing, like, how God worked, like, you know what I'm saying, with the whole, like, where I'm working at, the position I'm working at, like, a lot of the people that's there, they have, like, degrees. They worked already, you know, in insurance, like, background. They got insurance background. They know a little something. I'm going in the game. I don't really know what y'all talking about. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I know a little fundamentals from, like, my program, like, little things like what is a claim or what is, you know, little stuff like that. But I really don't know what y'all talking about. So I'm really learning it from the ground up. But it's so crazy because that goes to show right there that, like, that gives me the confidence and it helps me understand and know that, hey, I'm not qualified by man, I'm qualified by God. So a man, if it was up to him, if I was going to work at this job and he looking at my qualifications, I wouldn't be working at this job. Because it looks like you need this, it say you need this, it say you need that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to God, you don't need none of that. Like, he going to supply that for you. He's going to be your provider in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm walking in the game confident, and I don't even know what y'all talking about, but it ain't even for me to know right now. I know it's gonna come to me because God is gonna give me what I need in order for me to be successful with this company. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm walking in, like, you know, still confident and still, like, even though I don't know, and sometimes it's discouraging and I'm unsure, but what I do know is God sent me here, and if he sent me here, I know that he gonna orchestrate my path for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So yeah, y'all. So your girl, I'm feeling y'all in on the tea a little bit. But yeah, so your girl works from home now and everything. So I'm trying to get on it, guys. I really am. I'm really trying to be, you know, a better me and everything. And I'm really trying to, you know, really fully understand who God wants me to be in this season. Not who I want to be, but who God wants me to be in this season. So I'm walking into, you know, a new version of me and everything like that. So that's really one of the reasons why I had to fall back and really figure out what's going on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all a part of life. That's what it is and everything like that. And that's just what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just feel like I'm in a transitioning season where it's like, you know, I have to get, and I actually tweeted this. I have to figure out who I am without the things that I used to have and the people that that used to be in my life. Like, I got to figure out who I am without those things. You know what I'm saying? And without those people. And that's what it is. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out. And, you know, I would like to take y'all, you know, on this journey with me a little bit. I ain't gonna let y'all too much in my business. But I'm gonna let y'all in there a little bit so y'all kind of, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on here and there and everything. So we can kind of relate on a deeper level, because I want that relationship with y'all, and I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be like, oh. No, I want us to be able to click, like, DM me. So that's why y'all need to make sure y'all follow my social medias. They are in the description box all the time on every video. Go follow my Instagram for sure. My Snapchat, y'all, I think my Snapchat in there, but you know what I'm saying, that's for the ratchets. The Snapchat shows, like, You know, it's a little ghetto over there. Not me stop. It ain't that ghetto, y'all. It's not. But it could get ratchet. Whatever. I don't know. But follow the Instagram for sure, y'all, so that y'all could be able to interact with me on Instagram. Because I'm a lot more active on Instagram. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, too. I'm starting to post a little more, like, on Twitter. So just follow the social so that we can socialize a little more and, you know, connect on a deeper level and everything like that. So, yeah, y'all. I'm just trying to fill y'all in on my life. That, like, the job was really the main thing, and really just trying to adapt to all of these new changes of my life, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going through. And if you're kind of going through the same thing or a similar season, or if you've been through this season before, you know, comment down below and let me know how you made it out, you know what I'm saying, or how you figured things out, or if you haven't figured things out, what you doing to try to figure things out. Like, I'm really interested into knowing, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because, you know, your girl just trying to figure things out. Your girl just trying to figure things out, and that's just what it is. So thank y'all so much for watching. I'm done rambling, y'all. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Being outside don't mean outside. Are you